I'm just going to talk about an event that I saw recently. It just actually happened, I think it was last weekend, so not that long ago. I'd heard a little bit of media, but by an organisation called Got Your Back Sister. So they're in that women and children escaping domestic violence or supporting people leaving domestic violence situation web page. So their event was I Run for Her, and it was an awareness raising event. There's the date, 24th of October. There's some partners there. The Lady Shake was a partner, Newcastle Coal was a partner, so that we've got business community getting involved there. And I guess that's interesting, but you can register and donate. So it was obviously if you're looking at the objectives, it was about running an event to raise awareness, so running a fun run to raise awareness about what the support needed for women and children leaving and fleeing domestic violence and rebuilding their lives. So I Run for Her. So that part, the name of the event, they've come up with something there. That's quite within the parameters of what makes sense, and then they want to raise money. They had a target of 50,000. You can see there they raised 70,000 at that particular date. So what they've got a really good resourced web page and social media. So here's again some of the partners. So if you were running an event like this, there's a Lambie Care. So they're a big provider in the youth space and disability space. Accommodation space, big service. You might get a job there. You've got the City of Newcastle Council as a partner, and certainly do have a strong community development and community services side of their services. The Lady Shake I mentioned earlier, a few other businesses there, including the Coal Place, but then Got Your Back Sister as the main lead service. What else? I'm just going through their website. So here's a little bit of an example of media. So one of the objectives might be to raise, they might say, I want to get 3 media stories, or they might give it a number. But here's something off the website that was put on by ABC Newcastle, so a reputable source there. But I Run for Her event gains momentum as joggers send a message about domestic violence. And you can see people were wearing shirts there, I Say No. So part of their objectives could be to create a logo, get the shirts developed, printed, sold, all those sorts of, about that raising awareness objectives. Part of that could be about the shirt development and selling. I guess one of the things that I wondered, is it just you have to be a female to participate? But no, that was alleviated. We got some good media or shots when males might be wondering, I'd like to support this. Is it okay? There's pictures of some men with the shirts on that story from ABC. So that sort of clarified that question for me. We've got a bit of a higher profile person here saying, yep. Michelle Faithful says women escaping domestic violence is one of the leading causes of homelessness. So actually Michelle is the lead of the Homeless Connect network, if you like. So again, another network, massive network, Homeless Connect. And so they've become a partner as well in this event. So very good. Some more shots of people participating. Participation shots. Some high profile people there. Someone from Got Your Back Sister. The lady in the middle is the Lady Shake business person who said something like, if you don't want to run, throw us some money and I'll run for you. Something like that, I think. But sort of covering that angle. Not everyone wants to go and do whatever it was. You can walk. Might have been 10K, I'm thinking. But yeah, you may not want to even walk 10K, or not everyone can, but they still want to support the cause. A bit more media there, mixture of males and females, which looks good. Some little promotional stuff in their hands, little logo-y things, which is good. Little bit from the Got Your Back Sister special projects sort of page. So they might have different projects and campaigns coming up. So that's a good little strategy that they've got as well. What else are they working on in their projects? And here's a little videos. I might just show.
1 in 3 women have experienced physical violence since the age of 15.
Australian police respond to a domestic violence call every 2 minutes. One woman, on average, is murdered by a current or former partner each week.
Generally, it takes a woman 7 attempts to leave before she leaves for good.
Sometimes good people do bad things. If you know someone who's violent or is in a violent relationship, don't stand by, help them.
We'll be running 21 kilometres to support women and children escaping domestic violence.
So what training have you done for this event today, 21Ks?
Well, I'm really happy that they've postponed the Olympics till next year because there's been so much training. I've walked down my front stairs this morning and got in the car, and here I am to pump out 21 kilometres.
Yeah, so what do you reckon, 21Ks, probably looking at about, 90 minutes for you to get through that?
Oh, maybe chuck on another 0.
I reckon the wind chill factor is probably about -4 at the moment.
It is.
About right, wouldn't it? But we'll toughen up, we'll get through it, won't we?
I'm with an Englishman. I'm running with an Englishman. We'll be right. 2 half marathons in my life so far. The last one was about 25 years ago.
Plans today is just to finish. It's a pretty hard course, so I don't know who put this one together.
I don't know either. Shocking, isn't it, really? Particularly the sand.
Yeah, right in the middle. Thanks for that.
Halfway to halfway! It hurt, but it was beautiful.
It was hard, it was well worth doing, and the scenery was fantastic. Recommend it for anyone, and certainly for a great cause as well. So, win all around.
Saying no to domestic violence one step at a time.
So that was a little video put together by Alambicare, one of the partners. So that's interesting, but that's really good, promoting a good social media presence. And that might have been something that Alambi took on as part of their partnership. Okay, another little promotional video around the event. And I noticed some of the partners, like Castle Personnel, were involved in that one. So there's another partner, Castle Personnel.
Domestic violence. It can make you feel so alone. And so, I run. I run because I need to escape from my thoughts, my feelings, and sometimes for my life. I run because I want to feel free, to look free, and be free. And that's why I'm running. I'm running for you.
To give you hope.
To give you support.
And to give you respect.
For your dignity.
For the safety of your children.
And your right to a safe life.
We know the marathon is hard, but every step counts.
Leading you to a place you can always turn to.
We've got your back, sister.
So, yeah, really getting a sense of some of the main tasks that was part of this event. Looked like a very successful event from what I can see. Some really good social media arms to it in terms of the promotion, really good website. The fundraising stuff looks good if you have a look at that, so people can click on and join a team even. You can join the Alambi team or another team, business you're going to, contribute and participate. So there's a lot of really positive arms to this as an event. You might borrow something like this perhaps, or modify it, or do something totally different, but I'm just throwing it out there as something that I come across recently. And we need to brainstorm and think about, though, what it is that we're doing. But obviously, picking it in something that is very current in terms of an issue, so homelessness and domestic violence, and setting up a new life and services, all that entangled into this project, this particular example project. But you might want to have a look at some of the different weeks that are coming up out there. I noticed Anti-Poverty Week coming up, 17th to 23rd of October. That could be interesting one to look at. And I guess the good thing about looking at some of these target events, target awareness raising events, often different days, different weeks, different months, there's different focuses, but there could be websites that provide sort of ideas and information as well. That could be a good thing to think about looking at different awareness raising type events. So just one other example that I come across is a mental health virtual living library project, and we've just got this little slide here. So this was something I heard about on ABC radio this week. It's actually TAFE doing it down in Wollongong area. But a living library is like a reading library with a twist. Virtual interactive experience where a person shares some chapters of their story and the borrower has the opportunity to ask questions. It's a unique way to bring people from a variety of backgrounds to express themselves. So they're going to do an engaging way to wrap up Mental Health Month in October. So the Mental Health Virtual Living Library, you check out people instead of books, and you're talking with people who've got a lived experience, and each book challenges stigma and discrimination, highlighting stories of recovery and resilience. So I guess that's an important thing. The books are, stories of recovery and resilience. And we've got this project certainly comes with some very, strong considerations around safety and making sure we're not triggering people and keeping, self-care. Saying each session lasts about 20 minutes with brief breaks, and you can go and leave the space. So it's it's an online event. So I've sort of put out an expression to see if I can join, but I haven't heard back yet. It would be good to just see how it works. But it's a partnership between TAFE and Flourish and probably other services. In this instance, the partnership with TAFE, you could have the community services section plus the TAFE library might have been involved, or the TAFE IT people, social media people could have been involved, students. Yeah, so within the TAFE organisation, there could be a few different representatives, I guess. That could be a way of thinking about that when you're taking on the persona of a different service. So I found this as a little advertisement of some of the stories. So the Rise of the Phoenix, Resurrection from the Ashes of Trauma and Addiction. So that's somebody's stories, their personal book, if you like, their human book. That's their story that they'll talk about, and people will be free to ask questions. Another story, Addiction, the Side You Don't See, the story of a young woman who overcame adversity. So I guess what I'm picking up there, it's that strengths-based approach, people talking about their resilience and coming up with those logos and those titles. Here's another one, Lionheart, and it's got advocate there. So someone's taken on from their lived experience, have become an advocate to, promote and better the experience of people in a similar situation or with a similar experience. What's this one? Just get on with it. A tale of generational strength and wisdom. Not 100% sure what that one would be. Got me interested. So here's a little overview of the different stories. So it looks like 9 stories there. So they're what I just sort of went through. The Growth Within is number 8 by Imogen. But number 6, The Rise of the Phoenix, we did see that one as an example. Finding My Voice Within, yeah, okay. A little bit of a overview of what a living library is. That was the registration form, which I did fill in. That was some social media where you could follow the Mental Health Living Library event.